Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos muli na naman babiyahe pa ibang bansa para dumalo sa 40th Asian Summit na gaganapin sa Lambuhan, Baho, Indonesia ngayong May 9 hanggang May 11, 2023. Matapos sa makasaysayang pagpunta ni Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos sa United States of America at nakakuha tayo ng 1.3 billion investment. At pagkatapos nga ng state visit ng Pangulong Bongbong Marcos sa United States of America ay agad naman tumulak ang ating presidente papunta ng United Kingdom para dumalo sa koronasyon ng bagong hari ng United Kingdom na si King Charles III. Ayon sa mga balita, dumating si Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos sa Pilipinas May 8 alas 7:40 ng gabi, lulan ng isang private plane mula United Kingdom. At ngayon niyang May 9 sa ganap na alauna ng hapon sa Biglaan Air Base, tumulak ang Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos papuntang Indonesia sakay ng Philippine Airlines 001. Bago umalis si Pangulong Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos ay meron siyang mga mensahe na iniwan sa kanyang gabinete at para sa lahat ng Pilipino. Pakinggan natin to. Pero bago ang lahat, huwag mong kalimutan na mag-like, share, and subscribe. At huwag mo na rin kalimutan i-hit yung notification bell para lagi kang updated sa mga Marcos movement na ilalabas natin.
Thank you. Yes, Luke Bersmin. Good. Please sit. Ano ba yung protocol dyan? I've always assumed that the minute you start speaking, everyone can sit down. So let's... There you go. Thank you, ma'am. You see, buti na lang we have GMA with us who guide us along the way. Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, and of course, former President and Senior Deputy Speaker Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, Speaker Martin Romualdez, and the members of the Cabinet that we have here with us today, both those who are staying behind to hold the fort and those who are coming with us to attend the ASEAN Summit. Pasay City Lone District Representative Antonio Calixto, Mayor Imelda Calixto Rubiano, who is always in the reception and departure committee. And of course, our First Lady, Lisa Araneta Marcos. The AFP... I don't know. The level of discussion seems to have been... AFP Chief of Staff General Andy Centino, the Major Service Commanders, Philippine Coast Guard Commandant Admiral Abu, my fellow workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I leave today for Indonesia to attend the 42nd ASEAN Summit at the invitation of the chair of ASEAN this year, President Joko Widodo. I will join other leaders of ASEAN to advance our community-building efforts in the region and ensure the well-being and security of our people, in line with Indonesia's chairmanship theme of ASEAN Matters, Epicentrum of Growth. My participation will serve to promote and protect the interests of our country, including our continued efforts towards economic growth, attaining food and energy security, promoting trade and investment, combating transnational crimes such as the trafficking in persons, and protecting migrant workers in crisis situations, amongst others. The leaders of ASEAN will also exchange views on pressing issues of common concerns, such as developments in the South China Sea, the situation in Myanmar, and major power rivalries, amongst others. We will be joined by the leader of Timor-Leste at the 42nd ASEAN Summit. This is the first time that Timor-Leste will join ASEAN as an observer, and I'm looking forward to a bilateral meeting with the leaders of Timor-Leste so that we can discuss their prospective membership in ASEAN. I will also be participating in the 15th Brunei Darussalam Indonesia Malaysia Philippines East ASEAN Growth Area, as well as various interfaces with ASEAN leaders, with the ASEAN Interparliamentary Assembly, and representatives of the ASEAN Business Advisory Council, ASEAN Youth, and the high-level task force on the ASEAN Community Post-2025 Vision. In these meetings, we will have the opportunity to highlight the importance of strengthening cooperation in the Biglaan sub-region to sustain its thriving economy. The strong partnership between the executive and legislative bodies of ASEAN, the pivotal role of private sector, and the youth in advancing growth and shaping the future, as well as the future direction of the ASEAN vision. I look forward to our productive engagements with our always productive engagements with our ASEAN partners. This is a continuation of the process that we had begun, where deriving from the idea and the principle and the concept of ASEAN centrality in the face of the challenges that we have to answer, not only as single nations, but as this political aggregation that is ASEAN. I am always optimistic because all the interactions that we have had with the different leaders of ASEAN member states, and for that matter, APEC and all the APEC Plus conferences that we've had, there seems to be a very clear area of commonality. And as the theme of this ASEAN summit is clearly manifesting, it is once again towards economic growth, and to recognize that ASEAN and Southeast Asia have been the partners that the other parts of the world, and I speak therefore of India, I speak of China, I speak of the European Union, the United States, Latin America, even some elements of Africa, look to Southeast Asia as the growth center for the global economy. And that is why it is very important that we go and continue to discuss amongst other ASEAN leaders of all the member states on how we can maximize and find that extra energy, that synergy from our working together. Maraming salamat po. Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat.
Tara salubungin ang bagong umaga na mas maliwanag at puno ng pag-asa. Abot kamay na pangarap ay mahahawakan kay Bongbong. Bongbong, may puso't talino, laging una ang bayan. Numang panahon, ating maaasahan, maaabot ang na kaunlaran kay Bongbong. Bongbong, dahil una ang Pilipino kay Bongbong. Tuloy-tuloy ang progreso kay Bongbong. May talino at puso yan si Bongbong. Bongbong Marcos, Bongbong Marcos. Subok na ng panahon si Bongbong. Lingkod bayang tapat, ganyan si Bongbong. Angat ang Pilipinas kay Bongbong. Bongbong Marcos, Bongbong Marcos. Mahal ng marami, lalong-lalo ng masa mas maayos na bayan nating matatamasa kay Bongbong Marcos. Ang Pangulo ko Batanes hanggang sa hulo. Sinisigaw ako't ikaw at si Bongbong ang siyang mag-aangat muli sa perlas ng silangan. Una ang Pilipino kay Bongbong. Tuloy-tuloy ang progreso kay Bongbong. May talino at puso yan si Bongbong. Bongbong Marcos, Bongbong Marcos. Subok na ng panahon si Bongbong. Lingkod bayang tapat, ganyan si Bongbong. Angat ng Pilipinas kay Bongbong. Bongbong Marcos, Bongbong Marcos.
Adios ang advokasya niya pangkalahatan. Progreso pag-unlad ng Pilipinas ay asahan. Likas kanyang talino at husay merong bisyon. Layo niya ipagpatuloy ang nasimulang misyong. Iangat ang buong kapuluan di lang sa Asya. Sa bawat Pilipino ang hatid niya ay pag-asa. Programa at mga proyektong papakinabangan ng lahat. At panghahawakan mo tapat. Siya may puso para sa mahihirap makamasa. Sa agila ng norte ating matatamasa. Ang hangad, nakaunlaran, ganap na pagbabago. Kung yan, di nang nais mo kay Bongbong Marcos tayo. Lahat tayo panalo sa kanya sa oras maupo. Mahal kong bayan ko kaya si BBM Pangulo ko. Kay BBM mayayakap ang matatag na Pilipinas, ang bansang nakaluklok sa tugatog at matikas. Bongbong Marcos
na ang Pilipino kay Bongbong